too great, no mountain too high, no sea too turbulent, because there is nothing more powerful than when we stand together motivated by this spirit of aloha. There's a reason why I talk about aloha everywhere I go. Yes, I'm from Hawaii, very proudly, obviously. But it's because there is such a powerful meaning behind this word. There's a reason why we use it to greet each other, not just to say hello and goodbye, but the real meaning of aloha is I love you. I care about you. It's a recognition of our connectedness as brothers and sisters, that we are all children of God, regardless of our race, religion, ethnicity, sexual orientation, where we come from, how much money we have in our pockets, what kind of education we have. Instead, what we are seeing is this dark shadow caused by a corruption of spirit that is ruling our land, where we have self-serving politicians, people in positions of power, greedy corporations and special interests, who are all interested in acting for themselves, leaving the rest of us behind. We see the corruptive influence of this big special interest money in politics every day, as laws are written and policies are passed that don't serve the interests of the people, because the voices of the people are not being heard, they're not being represented. So we have instead a government today that is largely of, by, and for the powerful, leaving the rest of us behind. What will it take to overcome these tough odds? What will it take to overcome these sometimes seemingly insurmountable challenges? We, the people, standing together, rising up and making sure that our voices are heard, standing united in this spirit of aloha, this spirit of care and love for each other, for our country, and for our future. When we stand united, we will overcome. I want to take just a moment and ask our veterans and service members who are in the room here to please rise if you are able and allow us to recognize you for your service. Thank you. Those of us who know the cost of war often fight hardest for peace. Those of us who know the cost of war will never forget our friends. Those who paid the ultimate price and never made that long trip home. We'll never forget those ceremonies that we held downrange to honor their lives. We'll never forget as we stood there and saluted their empty boots, their rifle and their empty helmet, remembering the time that we shared. Our veterans, our service members, and their families pay a huge price. The people in the countries where we wage these wasteful regime change wars pay a huge price.
Yeah.
These wasteful regime change wars undermine our national security.
Yeah.
They strengthen terrorist groups like ISIS and Al-Qaeda. But the thing is that you may not realize this yourself, but every single one of us in this country pays the price for these wars. Every single one of us. We pay the price for these wars with the trillions of dollars that are taken out of our pockets, that go towards paying for wasteful regime change wars, towards this new Cold War with heightening tensions between the United States and nuclear-armed countries like Russia and China, and a nuclear arms race that's been brought about with things like the decision President Trump made recently to withdraw from the historic INF Treaty that Reagan negotiated with Gorbachev almost 30 years ago, that drastically reduced the numbers of nuclear weapons in the world, drastically reduced the risk of nuclear catastrophe. Yet here we find ourselves in a place today where we are at a greater risk of nuclear catastrophe now, today, than ever before in history. How can this be? Our leaders have failed us. Back in Hawaii, a little over a year ago, there was a major wake-up call about how real this threat is. When early, not one unlike today, it's a beautiful day, when all of a sudden there was a text alert that was sent out from Hawaii's Civil Defense to cell phones all across the state that read, "Missile incoming. Seek shelter immediately. This is not a drill." Now we're here on a Saturday. It's still morning in Hawaii. Just imagine right now how you would feel. What would run through your mind if right now you got that message on your phone? Knowing you have just minutes to live. What do you do? Where do you go? Where are your loved ones? Where can you find safety? Where can you find shelter? It's terrifying. This is what was going through all of our minds when this happened in Hawaii just over a year ago. Families start piling all their kids in the car and driving towards the mountains to see if there was a cave that might give them shelter. There are no nuclear bunkers in Hawaii. We don't even have basements in Hawaii. We had a father who lowered his little 7-year-old girl down a manhole, thinking that might be the only place she would be safe. This is real. That alert turned out to be a false alarm, but we reacted in the way that we did because this threat is real. And it is not just real for the people of Hawaii. It is real for every single one of us in this country. I'm running for president and asking you for the opportunity to serve you as your commander-in-chief, to bring about an end to these wasteful regime change wars, to work to end this new Cold War, to end this nuclear arms race that is making us less safe, because our future is at stake. By doing this, by bringing these trillions of dollars that are going towards these wars and these weapons, we will be able to invest this peace dividend into serving the needs of the people in our communities in this country. To be able to make the kind of change that we know we need to see. Now we know the forces who stand against us are great. We know that people who are benefiting from the status quo, the foreign policy establishment, the military-industrial complex, they don't want to see this change. But we know that when we stand united, we will overcome. We will change the course of our future to one where we have a government that is truly of by and for the people. We will change the course of history to one that fulfills these uniquely American ideals of service above self, putting people ahead of profits, people ahead of politics, putting the well-being of our people and our planet at the forefront of the decisions that we make in this country. By doing this, we make real positive change. This is the change I seek to bring to the White House, to bring these values that are at the heart of every soldier, of every service member, the values of service above self, back to the White House. The principles of honor and integrity and respect, back to the presidency. So that our White House becomes that beacon of light and hope and opportunity and justice and respect and equality for every single person in this country.